Hello guys, welcome. What you are seeing on your screen is a string question. What we have to do with this question? We have to check whether the characters of a string are appearing in a consecutive frequency or not. For example, here you can see in the input one, I have some input. What are the inputs? The user will give the input like this. Let's say this is the string and $. So here the frequency of @ character is 1, okay, and the frequency of star character is 2, and the frequency of $ character is 3. So here you can see all the characters present in the string have some consecutive frequency, means the frequencies are increasing like 1, then 2, then 3 and the 4. So in this case I have to output as true. But if the frequency is different, let's say here if star has occurred 3 times and now the frequency of star is 3. So 1, 3, 3 is not a consecutive frequency. So in that case I have to give the output as false. But what if the characters are same? For example, let's say in the third input you can see the user has given some characters which are same like A. So in that case the frequency of A is 1. So what we have to give in the output is this, like only one character A with frequency 4 found. So these are some of the conditions we have to verify with our problem. So let's get started. I hope you understand the question. So now you can pause this video and you can give it a try by your own. And if you stuck at somewhere, you can continue watching this video. So let's start and see how to solve this problem. So the first thing first, let's take the input from the user. So I'm going to take the input from the user and I will ask the user enter the sequence, right? So this is the input I'm taking from the user and the input will be stored in character. Now I will be using some empty list and empty dictionary also, and why I'm using them you will see that soon. Empty list also, I want empty list. Later on I will be appending some values in my list, okay? So I have created 2 variables here and both are empty. One is a dictionary type variable, one is a list type variable. Let's now check for I in what? Character. And character is the variable which is holding some user input, okay? So I am going to check the members of character for I in characters. So I will hold each and every character from the character, okay? And I will be checking if I not in empty dictionary. So I have created a empty dictionary. Now I am going to check whether this I is present in empty dictionary or not. And what we are getting in I am getting the first character from the character, okay? I am getting the first character in I. So I am checking that character whether that character is present in empty dictionary or not. So if that character is not present, in that case what I want to store this value in the dictionary, okay? So empty dict and the key name would be I itself and 1. So the first frequency, it is the first occurrence of that particular key, okay? So I am assigning it a value of 1. But if the character is already present, in that case I would like to increment its frequency. So the value of that particular key is nothing but the frequency of occurrence of that particular character, okay? So for empty dictionary I, in that case what I want to increment its value by 1. So if that particular character is already present in our dictionary, so I will increment its value by 1. So in this way I am keeping the count of that particular variable, okay? This is our frequency. Now other condition is to check for the length of empty dictionary. So I am going to check this third condition. If our dictionary has only one length, it means it has only one character has been given by the user. So in that case I am going to output this thing, okay? Empty dict, if it is equals to 1, what does it mean? It means that our dictionary has only one element. And in that case what I want for key comma value, I am going to use some dictionary property here for key comma value in my dict dot items, right? I am getting the key name and the value name here, and now I am going to use some f string concept to give this output. So I will print now and I will be using f string concept. So f double quotes, and inside double quotes I am going to write only one character, and I want to place the character name here. So I am placing a placeholder here. Okay, character placeholder with frequency, placeholder again. So I will be placing the frequency of that character here, found. Okay, so we are getting the character name in key. So inside the placeholder write key, and we are getting the frequency in value because it is the value which is holding the count of that particular key, and key is here nothing but it is the character itself. Okay, so this is how we have written the first condition. And now if this is not the case, it means there is more than one character in the user given input. Okay, so I am going to write that in the else condition, and inside else I will use again some loop for value in empty dict dot value. So this will give me the values of our dictionary. Okay, so empty dict dot values will give me all the values present in our dictionary. Okay, now I want to loop over all the values, and what I want to append them in empty list. See, I have not used empty list yet, but now we are going to use this. So I am going to append all the values in our empty list. Append what? I want to append value. Done. And now let's sort our list, empty list dot sort. So this method will not return anything, but this sort method will permanently sort our empty list. For example, if in our list, if we are getting some values like 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 8 like this. So this empty list dot sort will sort all the elements. So we will be getting some output like this: 2, 2, 3, 4, 8. So this empty list dot sort will change the state of our empty list. Okay, so the empty list will now contain the sorted numbers. Okay, so what we are going to do with this, why we are sorting? See, we are sorting to check some condition here, and because now I am going to use some loop here for I in range, and in range what I want the length function, length of empty list. Done. Empty list minus 1. Okay, because I will verify the upcoming character with the already present character, whether they are, that is the increment of that value or not. For example, let's say in dictionary I have got some frequencies like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so what I am going to check now, I am going to check whether the value at index 2 is an increment of a value at index 1 or not. So I am going to check this, and then this loop will continue for next value. I will check whether this 3 is an increment of this value or not, and then the loop will continue and it will check whether this 4 is an increment of value 3 or not. So this is what I am going to check here. If this is the condition, what does it mean? It means that we are getting some consecutive frequency of all the characters. This is I am going to check. Okay, let me write all the code. You will understand what it is happening here. Just focus what I am writing here. Now what I am going to do, if empty list, and then I am going to do some indexing here. So I want the next character, means I plus 1. I want to check for the first character. Let me write the list. Let's say I have obtained this list. Okay, so I will keep check of all the things. So what I am doing now is I am checking whether this 2, the value is stored at index 2. So the index of 2 is 1. So I plus 1. In the first iteration I am getting the value of I as 0. So 0 plus 1 at index 1. I am checking this value 2. Okay, whether this is equal to the value stored at empty list at index I. Okay, so at index I have value 1. And if I add 1 here, whether this is equal to this value or not. So at this index we have value 2, and I am comparing it with the index 0th value, and I am adding that 1 into it. So at index 0 I have 1, and after adding 1 it becomes 2. So I am comparing that 2 is equals to 2 or not. So if it is equals to 2, in that case what I want flag condition to be true. Now I am going to use some flag condition. So flag equals to true. Okay. Now if this is not the case, else, if this is not the case, means if we have, let's say this is 3. So this is not true, because at index I plus 1 means in the first iteration, means in the first loop, I have this value as 1. So at 1 we have value 3. At index 1 I have value 3, and at index 0 I have 1 and I am adding 1. So this is 2. So what is the condition we are getting? We are getting whether 3 is equal to 2. So this is false. So in that case, this if statement will not run, and it will come to the else statement, and inside else statement what I am going to do? I am going to change the flag condition to false. Like this. False, right? And what I just want to break the loop. I just want to print based on the flag condition now. Okay, so just break the loop, because there is no need to move on for further condition. We have got some false condition, so it is no more a consecutive frequency. So in that case I want to change the flag case and just come out of the loop. Okay, so this is the case which we have written here. Now what I want to check if flag means the value of flag is true. In that case I want to print what I want to print. Let's say print true. This was asked to us, like print true or false in that case. So if flag is true, print true. If it is not so, else print false, like this. Okay, so this is the code for writing the solution for this particular problem. Okay. So now you can check and you can run this program. Let me edit this. Okay, enter the sequence. Let's enter something. Let's enter at the rate, and then hashtag 3 times and then 4. Now let's run shift and enter. True. And of course it is true. Okay, we are getting consecutive frequencies, means 2, then 3, then 4. Don't think that it should start with 1. Take it any starting value. Let's say the characters are starting from 4, but the upcoming characters should be like 5, 6. So we are getting that kind of output here. So it is true. Now let's run this again and change some value. Let's say at the rate occurred 3 times, then exclamation mark 1 time. Now the output is false, which is true again. Now let's run this again and have some same characters. Let's say AAA. So we have given some characters which are same. So in that case what we are going to get the output? Oh, we are getting some error here. Why we are getting? My dict is not defined. Let's check where I have used. Okay, so this is the problem. The name of our dictionary is empty dict, and what I have used here is my dict. So change it, empty dict, like this, and run AAA. Enter, and we are getting our output. Let's change it with some other value. Let's say GG, anything. Okay, so what we are going to get? Only one character G with frequency 6 found. We are getting all the conditions true. Okay, what we are entering, we are getting the correct output. So this problem is solved. You might have solved using some other method. You can share your code in the comment box so that others could also check what are the different ways of solving this problem. Okay, so that's it for this video, guys. If you like this video, you can share this video with your friends so that your friends could also practice some Python problem, and you can subscribe to this channel, which will help me to make more videos for you all. That's it for this video. I will catch you up in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.